So check out here some brand new tech I found yesterday on the Nokhud offensive first area trash. This is the Granyth trash. If you look up here, we have a person standing on top of the pole. And this is our evoker. You need an evoker to do this. And basically the idea is that the war spears in all of these packs around Granyth will charge the farthest person away and put a bleed on them. And this bleed is really, really nasty on fortified weeks in particular, on high keys, where if someone takes 2 stacks of it, it's very hard to heal and can often kill them. So what we're trying to do actually is to get all the ranged up onto this flagpole here. And we're doing that with the evoker who's rescuing somebody onto the flagpole. And then since we have a priest, the priest is going to grip me up there later. And once you're up here, you actually cannot be damaged by any mechanics except for the archers that are shooting random people. Those are still able to be to target you. You'll see coming up here that none of the rain of arrows swirls will damage us. We're not hit by thundering or volcanic up here. And if you notice here, the 3, quote-unquote ranged players, including me, are taking no damage up here, really. We're really not taking any damage at all. We don't have to dodge anything. Our Shadow Priest is hard chilling, just standing there and DPSing. So pay close attention to the War Spear mobs here. They're still casting bleed on the tank, and they're meleeing the tank, obviously, but they are unable to target us with Swift Stab, which is the bleed that goes on the farthest person away. And so they're bugging out and just standing there, casting Swift Stab over and over without a valid target. It's important to understand that with Swift Stab, it's going to charge the farthest person away and put a bleed on them. Well, if for some reason you have someone standing farther away than the people on the flagpole, then Swift Stab should be able to target that person. We were trying to test as well whether or not it's a melee range thing, and it appears that as long as people are in what they consider to be melee range, they won't charge that player at all. So it doesn't matter if it's a ranged DPS player or a healer or a feral druid in this case. As long as you are in melee range of the war spears, they won't charge you. However, as you'll see here, our feral druid, as we're testing, has run out to distance and will be getting charged by the war spears. So this is all stuff to keep in mind if you want to try this. Here's what it's going to look like kind of in real time here. You see the evoker is going to rescue the priest up onto the pole, and I get life gripped. Really pretty simple, and we're just going to stand here. And you can heal the tank. You can heal everybody from here as long as there's not some people line of sighting you. Everything is completely normal except that we are standing 20 yards up in the sky. Couple things to note. Rescue has a pretty long cooldown. I think it's a minute or 50 seconds or something. So you're going to want to kind of coordinate with your party to tell the person that's getting rescued not to move when it's happening, or they're going to fall off the pole right away. You don't want to move when you're up here. There's no room to move. You're going to fall off. So be careful with that. Another thing is, if you're the evoker, the point you have to target is actually pretty precise. It's right there at the top of the flagpole, and if you miss it, you're gonna both slide off the flag here, and it's gonna be a little bit dangerous. And again, you don't necessarily need a priest if you have a bunch of ranged DPS. If the ranged are in melee range of the mobs, then they won't get charged. It's a little bit more difficult to do that because then you're trying to dodge melee mechanics on the ground, but it is manageable without a Shadow Priest. That's pretty much it. Just a little bit of tech here that will save you a lot of hassle and a lot of damage on the Granyth trash, which is really can be quite challenging on fortified weeks.
What was he crying about? No time, no time.